All right, guys.
Welcome to the Deer Shop Podcast, presented by Siman Brothers Outdoors and the Leaky John Boat Company.
Yeah. He went and watched a movie that has a $200 million production budget, and then the next thing he watched was our video on YouTube that has a $0 production budget.
This is the first buck I've shot in over 10 years.
Your track job was the first fun track job.
That
kind of like, I think part of my life was influenced by that night.
Then you miss him 3 times with a rifle at 70 yards on video, the whole world to see.
That's what killed it. 5 years ago, we couldn't shoot a deer at 100 yards with a slug gun. Now you're shooting turkeys at 100 yards with a shotgun.
Joey takes
The shop is closing up.
Make sure he takes all his right antlers. You can't leave anything.
All right, guys. Deer Shop Podcast, episode 148. This is actually the first episode of season 3. We're now in season 3 of podcasting. Our first
Year 3.
Our first podcast was like July 27th or 6th of 2023.
Nice.
It's been 3 years of podcasting now. It's kind of wild. Me and Ethan, and we're in studio today with the Pavlik boys. We have been talking about doing this podcast for probably 3 years now, I think. And
way too long.
Yeah, way too long. And we finally just decided that we were going to schedule it up, sit down, and just do it. That's kind of the best way. So how are you guys doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm hot. I'm warm.
Hungover.
I'm not too bad. I'm not hungover too bad. I kind of took it easy last night. We had our summer party last night, and I was in bed before midnight.
I was going to say, when you text me at like 7:30 this morning, I was kind of surprised that you're already awake.
Yeah, well, I got a child, so I had to wake up no matter what. It doesn't matter. But Branson and Hudson, Pavlik, we will do more proper introductions here in a minute. I'm going to blow through some business before we get into the main part of the podcast. Merchandise. So we're all wearing something SBO, I think, right now.
I'm wearing.
A couple of us are.
Seasons left.
But Luke has new shirts out on the website, so check out the Leaky John Boat. They're pretty cool. They're like a half cotton, half polyester
Blend.
like more of like an athletic fit type t-shirt, which is kind of nice for the summertime. But he's got a couple new designs on there, and we are working on some more deer camp designs for this fall. We're going to come up with some new ideas. I think he's in the process of completing a new idea here soon. But the deer camp stuff is out on the website. New hats, new shirts, so check that out. 2 weeks from now, August 3rd through August 9th, come see us at the fair. So the Medina County Fair Wilderness Exhibit will have the first booth like we have the last, I don't know, how many years they've done it now? 4 or 5 years? 3 or 4 years?
Yeah.
Will be the first booth as you walk in on the south side. We'll be in there every day. I'll be there most every day. There's a couple evenings I have to leave kind of early, but it's 3 to 7, August 3rd through 9th, Medina County Fair in the air conditioning. Come see our filming setups and check out our deer from this year and chit chat. And Jay will be selling his merchandise in the booth. So the seasons left stuff, Jay's Jay's line of stuff that's limited, he'll have a display on in there with stuff you can buy in person. So if you want some of Jay's merchandise, come stop by the fair too. He's going to sit in the booth with me one of the days, maybe Tuesday, I think. He'll be up in there. And the crowd favorite Medina County Hunters buck display of all that it'll be around $50 from in and around Medina County. Some are statewide, some are a lot of them are from Medina County. We did it the first year, kind of the second and third, but this year we're bringing it back, the full wall display of Medina County bucks. Are you guys bringing any?
I think one. What, are you bringing one too?
You guys are each going to bring one?
I might bring the one from last year.
I was trying to get your dad to bring a bunch, and he's like, "Oh, I don't got any big deer." And I'm like, that's just unbecoming on you.
It's pretty cool seeing people's faces when they see the deer they're hunting on the wall. They're like, oh, wait a second. Yeah. I know that deer. I know that deer.
Yeah,
a lot of people come through and check the wall to see like, oh, wait a minute. I know
whose deer
one.
is that?
And they won't. So we have the deer on display at the wall, but there's no names or anything attached to them. So it's kind of a guessing game for whose they are. If you're listening to this podcast right now on Monday morning or anytime on Monday when it releases, tonight Jay's Moose film will be live at 5 p.m. So we're recording Sunday afternoon. So tomorrow night we're recording, but tonight when you're listening, Jay's Moose film will be live at 5 p.m. I think I'm going to have the podcast video of this that we're recording right now. I think we're going to have that release in
Tuesday?
the morning. No, I'll do it in the
Monday
morning. Do it Monday morning at like 9 o'clock just to get it out there so that Jay can have that time slot for his. Yeah. I normally release the podcast video in the afternoon, but we'll do it in the morning so Jay can have that time slot. Hunting content is blowing up on YouTube and social media. We're in that like late summer window now where everyone's watching hunting and stuff. So
Getting ready.
I'm going to be in the studio a lot in the coming weeks. My studio is almost done. Flooring goes in this week. My desk will be in right after that. So my computer situation will be fixed. I know I owe you boys a bunch of editing that we've been talking about doing for a year now, I think, some of it. So we'll get into that later in the podcast a little bit, but I do owe you guys a good night or two of editing, which will be easy to do once that's built. Yeah. Right now it's on a table in my second daughter's bedroom that hasn't been born yet, up against the wall. And
second daughter.
Second child. It's going to be a girl, I bet. I don't know. But, yeah, it's not a good place to edit videos. It kind of sucks. It's hot up there. But eventually my studio will be done here quick, and we'll be able to get up. We'll be able to get that stuff rolling. And we're going to talk about your guys' videos here in a little bit. Let's see here. The Browning trail camera update, not good. They sent me the box back, so they fixed 0 of them.
They sent you all the cameras back?
All 17 cameras. They said one was working fine, so I must have sent them one that was working. 16 of them were unrepairable, and if I wanted to, I could get a discount. They offered me a discount on new models to replace them, but the models that they offered me the discount list on were all like lower tier models, like they weren't the higher stuff, and the discount was only like 20%, which so like on Amazon the price was almost the same. And I sent an email back. I'm like, I mean, thanks, but no thanks. It doesn't really do me any good to have this giant box of junk.
So we still have a bunch of Brownings left. Still in the woods, correct?
Yeah, there's the batch you bought.
Yeah.
So you bought like 12. I sent like 4 of those back. They told me to pound salt on them. And then, so there's still some left from the batch you bought. And then I have like 5 or 6 of my own that are still in the woods. But after that, I'm not buying anymore.
Yeah, we're very minimal content from Browning.
I mean, I don't blame them for not wanting to send me a bunch of free stuff. But at the same time, I sent them a large amount of cameras, and they basically told me that they're useless and I can spend some more money on them if they want to buy new ones. And
Browning has no loyalty because they're big enough not to.
Yeah, they're big enough to say.
I mean, they could probably at least send you a couple.
So that's what I was going to suggest. I would have been happy, and I've said that I think on the podcast before. I would have been happy if they just said, "Listen, these are all old and they're broken, and we don't have time or the money to fix them. So here's 4 cameras or 3 cameras. Thank you for your years of service." And they didn't do that. They said you can buy these at 20% off if you want. And I'm like, I just sent you $2,700 worth of cameras that don't work. Why would I spend any more money on them? I mean, they were polite about it. They weren't rude or nothing. They did the customer service thing right, but we're just going to stick with Wiseye. At this point, it doesn't really make any sense to buy non-cells for $160 anyways. It's a lot of money.
Might as well just buy cell cameras at that point.
Yeah, I mean, when cell cameras we're down to about $6 a month each camera for the subscription. And the video that it sends to your phone is just as good as the Browning video takes anyways. And the cell, how much should we get our Wiseyes for with discounts?
Like 109 or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even a question.
All the Mini 2s work fine. They've been in the woods for 3 straight years and have no problems. We have a couple that don't.
So the ones that weren't working well, I took to my house and have up, and they seem to be doing fine. So I think it's just area
memory card or something.
Yep. Or like the area we had them with just a bad cell service or something. But it just when you can buy a cell camera and get 6 months of subscription out of it. Actually, no, it'd be 10 months.
Yeah.
You buy a camera, get 10 months of subscription out of it for the same cost as buying one non-cell. It just doesn't make sense anymore. Back in the day, it was like, oh, cell cameras are expensive, and how many do you want to have on your plan? Like, it's ridiculous. You got to buy a bunch of non-cells, and now, as time has gone on, the cell cameras are so cheap that, we're done buying fancy non-cellular cameras. I'll use all the older ones in West Virginia and stuff.
Yeah. The bears will take them eventually.
Yeah, right.
We mainly run just like the Maltrees. We have like a pro plan, so then it causes the rest to be cheaper per month.
Yeah, the Maltrees are good cameras.
A lot of the pros and a lot of them guys in the hunting media are running Maltrees, like probably the biggest one right now. I would say so.
Yeah, we have so many out.
They're cheap too. Like,
cheap and easy to deploy.
They're like $100.
Yeah,
we were running a couple for a couple years there. When we decided to consolidate with Wiseye, we kind of got rid of them.
I think I sold some to your dad.
We probably did.
Yeah.
We've been selling a lot of stuff.
Probably. He buys a bunch of random ones.
Yeah, it just makes sense to all be on the same.
Yeah.
Just stick with one company, keep everything streamlined. Are you guys all logged into the app at the same time?
Mm-hmm. Well,
yeah, I'm not logged in right now, but we've all been logged in.
Yeah, that's how we do it here. Works pretty good. The unlimited login thing.
So if we weren't running Wiseyes, we'd probably be running Maltrees.
Yeah, because we did. anyone who's listened has heard us talk about this before, but we were running Spartans and Tacticams both prior to Wiseye. We had some Spartans and some Tacticams, and there was things about both of those companies that I did like, but we ended up going with Wiseye because they were the first ones to really offer like the cheap, they call it a ranch plan. You guys call it the pro plan for Moultrie, but they were the first one to have like, listen, if you're going to have 10, 12 plus cameras, we'll just charge you data only basically. And you can just run a whole crap ton because that's what people are doing. So Wiseye was one of the first ones to offer that. So that's why we went to them. And now I think everyone has stuff like that, but we're sticking with what
we had Tacticams that wouldn't take pictures. Like you're sitting there and you're watching like multiple deer walk by the camera and you look at your phone after you hunt and you see nothing.
Yeah. And we had a couple problems with that. I had some problems with Spartans. And to be fair, they were, both of them were older. Like they were older models that were 3 or 4 years old. So they've been in the woods a lot and they didn't owe me anything, right? But I had some Spartans that when I would check the memory card, I pulled the memory card out at the season's over. There'd be pictures and videos on there that never sent to the app of like bucks, like good ones. It kind of pissed me off, but I mean that can happen with any cell camera, obviously. But it was just a good excuse to sell everything and consolidate to one company, basically. Creek Kings. So holy shit, we timed our podcast about them perfectly because we got it out. We kind of knew the information. We got it out, and then like 2 weeks later, the ODNR got their version out. I don't know if you guys saw that one or not, but
no, I listened to your guys'.
They went through all the details that we didn't know.
Yeah, they had the actual officer on that did the arrest, did the investigation, the arrest and stuff, and they went through everything. So now the hunting world's running with it, and everyone that has any kind of podcast or media is talking about Creek Kings this, Creek Kings that.
Yeah, Mike Yoder put a video out because they use drones to help catch them, and he's a big drone guy.
So they're how terrible these guys are, and we just timed it up perfectly to have the very first one on the internet before all that. So it's been doing well. So if you want to hear all about the Creek Kings, watch ours or watch the ODNR one. The ODNR one gives like the actual play-by-play of what happened with the officer that arrested him, which is kind of cool.
I see that one guy that commented on our YouTube comment saying, "Oh, I'm friends with him. It's not the full story." He keeps on commenting on every single one of the videos. It's not the full story, so I don't know.
How can you do that? Did he do that on the ODNR one?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, like how exactly?
They put the full story out, and they pleaded guilty, and they're doing jail time, but it's not the full story. He's saying it doesn't make sense. I think it's a fake account. I think it's one of them commenting.
I mean, it very much could be. When I was reading those comments, because I saw that comment on ours, and he was like, "No, it'll come out eventually." Like, you know how it's government's bullshit. My thought on it was that probably they were hunting private property really, really, really close to the metro parks. So like maybe one of the bucks was recovered on the metro parks or something. But the way that the ODNR podcast is saying, like they went underneath the bridge onto
metro park.
Like they were deep into the metro parks when they were hunting, or the city park or whatever it was. I think it was metro park, right?
3 creeks in Columbus, or
three rivers or 3 creeks.
They Creek Kings because it's a 3 creeks park. Like they dubbed their name from their violations. Like,
yeah.
They were so cocky that they were using the name of the park they were hunting in as their YouTube page.
Which, like, God, it's just scumbags. But it's ballsy. It's pretty ballsy to pull a move like that. It's so obvious now looking back. But like at the time, you're like, no way. Did you guys watch those guys a lot?
I used to. I watched them a little bit because they had that one giant deer that was
Goliath.
in the city. Yeah. And I don't think they ever ended up killing him or whatever, but they posted multiple videos about him.
I believe they videoed him. Their last video was of him before the season, and then they got shut down.
Yeah, and then like not that long ago, I was actually kind of thinking about it a couple months ago. I was like, wow, they haven't posted in a while. I wonder why.
Yeah.
And then your podcast came up.
So we were kind of we kind of had heard rumors and knew that something was going down because they went once they went dark like that, like it started to swirl. Like obviously something's up, right? And that Goliath video shot them. Like they made that video about Goliath and it got a ton of views, like a ton of views, and it got a ton of subscribers. And then like you said, cold turkey. Yeah. Everyone's waiting to hear what happened. I think someone else killed Goliath. But I think he was smaller the year that he got killed or something, maybe. Yeah. I don't know for sure. Someone will comment and say, oh, yeah.
2 years ago now.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah. They went 2 years without releasing anything. But it takes a while for that stuff to...
They were good videos, too.
They were really good at making videos. Like, they were kind of corny, but, their stuff was really good.
Yeah, for when I was... if that was 2 years ago, for when I was, 14, that was,
We're on season 4 of DCC.
Yes, this will be our 4th season of the Deer Camp Chronicles.
We started that the year I was watching Creek Kings.
Yeah. I mean, everyone from Ohio or local kind of like enjoyed watching them because they were Ohio dudes. They were doing it, right? But they weren't.
They were doing it in Ohio. That's a fact. Not in
Yeah,
Kentucky.
and the whole like they're shooting bucks
Using
in that.
Kentucky tags.
Yeah, they were shooting bucks at that Metro Parks and just claiming they killed him down in Kentucky. Like,
because they're in velvet because they're hunting before the season.
oh my god, just dirtbags, dude. So yeah, you can check that out if you want. I don't want to keep hammering it, but it's all the rage right now on social media. Velvet rut, one of the last things to talk about real quick. We are like full swing in velvet season. So minerals, food plots, soybeans, alfalfa, road scouting, like the bucks are out, they're visible, they're pretty much fully grown at this point. If a deer might add a couple inches on his tines overall from here on out, but most deer I would assume are pretty much done growing at this point. So if you're into any of that kind of thing, now's the time to do it. Late nights, binoculars, back roads.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
I was sitting on the roof last night watching deer.
You guys have a perfect setup for it where you guys live to watch some deer back there, and you can't really see those fields from the road much.
No,
like you had to stop and instead of spotting scope up and like looking between your guys' barn and swing set.
Yeah, and like get it perfectly.
You just sit on your neighbor's patio back there and drink a couple brewskis and watch deer out the back. All right. I think that's everything I wanted to go over so we can get into the podcast. We're going, I guess one last thing. We're going to this week, Southern Ohio to set up the Gore Farm. And then next week, me and Ethan are going to Kentucky.
I think it's this weekend.
Yeah, this
Friday.
upcoming weekend, Friday, we're going to Kentucky to set up the Kentucky Farm. My Kentucky buck is on the wall here in the shop. It will be here for at least the next couple weeks. It'll be at the fair. I'll have it at the fair.
Are we going to make a pit stop on the way down?
I don't know. We'll see.
I think we should.
Oh, we'll check it. It depends on our timing.
Yeah,
I guess. But
what time we leave on Friday?
I can leave. I'm taking Blair to the babysitter at 8, and then we can leave in the morning, get everything's packed up and go. I have to work.
I work Thursday as well.
I think I work. No, I'm off Thursday. So I can go as soon as we get Blair done with the babysitters. We can go to Kentucky.
What's the pit stop?
The Mobile Hunters Expo. We're driving right by it, so we've never been.
It's a 30-minute detour.
Yeah, but it's it's basically not far. It's not close to here, but like we're just driving. We're driving within 30 minutes.
Happens to be the same.
And it happens to be that Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We've never been. That crowd is not exactly our crowd, but we've been following that group since day one and been involved with a lot of those guys. And our buddies, the Born Again Bow Hunters, will be down there with their booth and podcasting. So like, I don't know. I was gonna keep that a secret and just walk in, but maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
If we feel like stopping, we'll stop.
Yeah. With a truck full of not mobile gear.
Yeah, with a side-by-side, a bunch of ladder stands, and corn and minerals, and trail cameras. You gotta stop in at Premiere and get some cameras.
Yeah, this week sometime.
Okay. How many? 3-ish, you think? 4 total would be good?
We want, yeah.
3 would be good, I think. So we'll have 4 total down there.
We're gonna need some battery boxes.
Yeah, we can steal them from up here, or maybe I'll get Spaniel on the horn.
Yeah,
pay for some battery boxes. We can build them too.
Yeah.
We have that one with the solar panel we can take down too.
Yeah, we'll see.
Get that one fixed. But I'm excited. Ethan, you said that's your favorite trip of the year, but
yeah, Kentucky is my favorite.
I can't wait. We're gonna be hunting deer in like a month.
Yeah,
that's it's like 6 weeks.
Yeah, but close enough.
Close enough.
Shoot your bow.
Let's do it, guys. Hudson and Branson and Hudson, Pavlik boys. How are you?
Pretty good.
Doing all right.
You guys ready to talk about some deer hunting?
Yeah.
So you guys are like our distant fourth cousins on your mom's side. Your mom's mom was a Simon, and then marriage, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Locals close by. You come from a predominant deer hunting family, I guess is the way to describe it.
In Medina County, yeah.
A lot of people local know their dad, Matt. He's been around the area for a while and kills a whole bunch of big deer, and now these boys are part of that legacy. We've been trying to get this podcast going for a long time, and it's been hard to kind of coordinate, but here we are.
Yeah.
Your dad, before you guys were born, your dad was very instrumental in getting us involved with a lot of the outdoor stuff. He was there the day I bought my first bow. He helped me pick my first bow out when I was in high school. It was a Hoyt Laser Tech, which I still have. I might hunt some does with this year. Actually, it's in really good shape.
Yeah.
Shoots like 280 feet per second still. Like
Still can kill deer with it.
kill deer, no problem. You guys still buying Hoyts? You guys have Hoyt bows?
I got Matthews.
Yeah, they're Matthews.
Matthew.
No, he
I
got a Hoyt.
All right. We still got one on the,
No,
at least one still on strong team. What's your dad shooting these days?
a Hoyt.
He's still shooting Hoyt? He's always been Hoyt since.
He's switched. He had a Hoyt, then I think he got an Elite, and then he bought my Matthews actually that I got from him, and then he went back to a Hoyt after he killed nothing with his Matthews.
Because he was Hoyt for a long time when we were hunting as younger men. He was all Hoyt, and then a lot of guys kind of strayed away from the dominant bow for a while, but then they originally all come back.
No.
Yeah, your dad, man. I remember he'd pick us up at like 3:00 in the morning, me and Isaac, and like we go down Southern Ohio turkey hunting. Me and him, Justin, and Isaac, and then we would do our first deer camps with your dad. We'd go down and stay in the motel. You guys do that still ever? We go down there and stay in the Beverly Motel and hunt public land. I killed my first public land deer with your dad when I was like 15, maybe 14, something like that. I was young, still in high school.
Yeah.
I was with the Gretzingers. The Gretzingers came down with us. And then, he just very instrumental in the start of
Took us trout fishing. He was the original trout camp.
Yeah, him and Dylan started the whole trout camp thing. These boys, you guys can outfish us any day when it comes to trout. I'm not very good at trout fishing.
Me either.
I'm not even that good.
I am not a good trout fisher.
Sometimes I
Catch like
can't
a 21-inch brown trout this year.
Yeah.
I don't know how big it was. It was a pretty big one. But I can't even tell the difference between a rock and a bite sometimes.
I'll tell you a secret.
No
I've
one
been
can.
going up there for 20 years. I can't figure out the difference between a rock and you're just like, oh, that's nope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Set the hook on the air sometimes.
Your dad, like you watch your dad, and they're like,
And he's just,
it's like, how did you feel that?
yeah, I was standing next to him, and he caught, first cast caught one, then caught like 7 more, and I still didn't catch one standing from me to you. And I'm like,
Well, like
Doesn't make sense.
yeah.
For me, it was always difficult trying to find the perfect amount of weight to be near the bottom, but not on the bottom.
Yeah.
And like your dad somehow just has it all figured out. Plus, he's always using minnows, which is cheating. Minnows is how you catch all of them. I'm just throwing a wax worm and re-putting it on my hook every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But the trout fishing stuff is very fun.
We've really moved on to most of the fake stuff, honestly.
Yeah, Luke started using like MEPs and spinners and stuff, rooster tails and all those jigs and stuff like that. Luke's kind of got into that. And then he got into fly fishing a little bit, but the weather's never good enough to actually fly fish.
Yeah.
You need clear and slow moving water for it to really be fun, but we always go when the weather's shitty. But yeah, the trout camp stuff's a lot of fun. But we're going to talk about deer hunting mostly today. You guys have been hunting deer since young age. When did you kill your first deer?
I think I was 8.
I think I was 9 when I killed my first deer.
And you guys been hunting, your dad was real big. I know you guys have some fancy tower stands like the rest of us, but your dad was really big on getting you guys hunting out of tree stands and stuff out in the elements properly from the beginning.
Yeah.
Which it probably sucked at first as a kid. Like, damn, it's cold out here, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we really started in blinds, and now we're trying to move away because that's just what we did.
Yeah, I like blinds are good, but I just hate hunting on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I hate how it affects what I can see.
Yeah, you can't see anything.
They're good for the ambush, but I love having that visual.
Yeah. I love being in the air anyways.
You guys are in the air like 30 foot still, right?
Too high, yeah.
Yeah. I don't climb up that high no more. I'm like a 12 to 16 foot kind of guy.
Matt has always been a 30-footer kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost 40 sometimes if he gets high enough.
Jeez, you can see airplanes from up there.
Dude, my one stand I put up this year is way up there.
How many sets of sticks do you have to use to get that high?
I believe it's 2. Like, they're those. I think they're.
Are they the big game sticks?
Yeah, the big game sticks.
So you're using 2 sets of 15-foot sticks?
I believe they're 20 foot.
Just stacking them. Well, you kind of lose one, right? That bottom one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's probably like 30.
28 feet instead of 30.
Oh, man.
I'm scared of heights.
I mean, I'm not really scared of heights. I don't like being high up in a tree. The thing starts.
When the wind starts blowing
the thing
and
starts,
you're just
the wind
going
starts
back and
moving
forth.
And, like, I guess it depends on your stands, too. Like, all my mobile, like when I'm in a tree stand like that, a lot of time it's my mobile sets, and they're not very big,
Yeah.
If you have a nice like hawk lock on or something with a little bit of space, like it makes you feel a bit better. And I tried doing split trees and stuff, or like close, like two stems close together. It makes me feel a lot better. I really like having a lot of my stuff on like another tree, so like nothing
in front of you.
I don't like attaching everything behind me on the tree I'm on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to the camera arms and
Yeah. Having that other tree helps a lot with the camera arm.
I love
especially when you're hunting by yourself.
You guys do any saddle hunting?
No.
No.
Not yet, or no?
Dylan just told me yesterday I shouldn't even buy one.
Is Dylan doing saddle hunting or no?
No,
No.
he said he don't like it.
I've never
I'm sure
tried
he
it.
used nice words like that.
Yeah.
It was.
He told me he'd make fun of me if I bought one.
I mean, I see their uses for sure.
Yeah, but you lose so much. You lose your form when you're shooting, and then you get so uncomfortable so fast. And I don't know.
Like, it's almost like you could use them as a tool for, I need to be, you know, I'm watching this buck come out in this field over here, and there's no good trees, and I got to make a move. Or, you know, we're going to go public land hunt, run around all week. Like, I can definitely see the uses for that. But if I'm hunting my own farm or a permission farm or whatever that we hunt all the time, like, there's no, it's not a big deal to go hang a regular tree stand and move it if you need to, and just, I don't know.
Yeah, if you guys still went to like Southern Ohio Public, that'd be different too.
Because you don't want to carry, you don't want to have to carry all that shit in. You're still going to, but I don't know. The mobile guys, a lot of guys that go to like the saddles, they love it and they just stick with it forever and swear by it. But it just, I haven't been bitten by that bug yet.
I don't know.
My two friends just bought saddles. Well, my one friend had it, but he didn't hunt with it last year because his dad didn't want him to. But after that, he's slowly getting into it this year, and that's what I wanted once, so I could go with him. But Dylan talked me into just maybe buying just like a stand, a lock-on.
I see using it for filming. That's our dad was gonna buy one to like say
in the
we're
back,
all
you guys.
all three of us were in a tree or something.
It's a lot of weight up there.
That is well, Matt's small now. Their dad like lost all his weight. He's a little guy now. I think I probably weigh more. I guarantee you, actually, I weigh more than him now, which that's something. But yeah, I can understand. Like, so if you guys have that perfect lock-on setup, sometimes there's just not a place really for another tree stand.
Yeah.
So when I hunt with Nick, we run into that a lot. Like, we're on like there's a perfect tree with another tree for him to hunt, but then like I'm stuck back here
and hard to get filmed.
And then I'm like really exposed. Like, I can stand up against a tree and film him, no problem. But then I have no back cover. He's the one that's got the good stand in front of him and the good tree in front of him and stuff. So it's really hard to find for two people the perfect setup. So if the saddle could help that. You could go on the opposite side or tuck yourself away a little bit better in theory. But I don't know. Ethan spent a year hunting out of him. What's your thoughts on all that?
I've had it for 3 years now.
How often did you hunt? What percentage of your hunts last year would you say were out of the saddle?
50% probably.
Do you prefer it to the stand or no?
It has its usage. You know, I like both of them. I don't like packing it in. I left it a bunch of times and hunted the same spot with the saddle, but
which kind of defeats.
Yeah,
it's theoretically it defeats the purpose. But if the tree was good for just a saddle over,
that's why. And then I don't feel like lugging a whole lock on back there because of the situation.
Especially if it was like way back there. Yeah. You don't want to carry all that weight.
Well, and another thing, like all these guys preach, well, it's mobile, it's quick, it's silent. The deer don't know you're there.
You can
leave with no trace, but like. I've tried it a million different times, and I know there's guys with better methods than me with the right packs and stuff, but like, it's not necessarily a fast process hanging all them climbing sticks.
You might as well. That's like saying if you buy the same sticks and buy a stand, it's basically this. By the time you clip in with all your stuff on your actual saddle, by the time you strap in your stand, it's the same.
I've never been able to like quietly put each stick up. Like I didn't have a good system where my sticks could be like on me and I could take them off and and go up. Like they're always dangling from the string,
clinking and clacking.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. There was nothing fast about it when I was doing mobile hunting stuff.
Ethan,
but we also don't practice it, so
we don't, and I don't give it its due diligence. I got too much stuff to do.
What brand of saddle do you have?
I have a Buzzard Roost saddle. It's from Louisiana. It's like a custom made saddle. It's nice.
It's for bigger boys.
Yeah.
So they have some that are like the whole, lack of better terms, like blanket. What are those ones called?
There's just a 1-piece and 2-piece.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm gonna stick with my tree stands.
Yeah.
Works.
Yeah.
Do what works.
So you guys mentioned that you don't have a lot of cameras out right now. You're kind of like slow rolling into the season.
Yeah, we actually just put another one out today before we came here.
You guys pick up any new properties this year? Hunting the standard? Kind of working on anything in particular?
I mean, where my friend in Branson killed his turkey, it's a good turkey and all that, but A lot of people deer hunt it, so we're not really gonna push in there for deer.
The pressure's high there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The pressures, I find, we've been slowly acquiring more property, and I find that unless it's something you're really familiar with because you've worked with the landowner and been there for a long time, it's very hard to find something that's not
Solo
pressured
pieces, yeah.
here in this county or around
Yeah.
the area. That it's just tough.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really
Unless
tough.
you own it, you're not the only one hunting it usually.
Yeah.
Let's backtrack a little. Let's talk about your guys' first deer. Because how old are you guys for the audience?
6. I'm 17.
17.
I'm 15.
17 and 15. So you guys might be two of the youngest guys we've ever had on the podcast.
For sure, yeah.
Trying to think, who have we had on?
Wild time when they were younger, but they were 19, 20.
How old was that kid Logan that killed that 250? He was younger, right?
I don't know, yeah.
Yeah,
He's 20 at least.
something like that.
He was out of high school.
Yeah, but you guys might be the youngest guys we've had on.
Yeah.
So you killed your first deer. You said 7 and 8.
Or I think 8. I was
8
8
and 9.
8 and 9. Do you remember the circumstance? Let's hear
Yes.
the stories.
You go first.
I just remember it was almost dark, and it was the deer I shot or a halfway decent little 8-point, and I found a body, and with my crossbow that didn't shoot very fast, shot and then spined it, and I didn't know which one it was until we went up and yeah.
It ended up being the right one.
No,
It was not the.
it
right
was the smaller one.
that kind of thing.
Happens.
That kind of thing happens quite often. Did you get it mounted?
Yeah.
It's on the wall in the shop, I'm guessing.
Yep.
How many? One of these days we talked about doing. Not to interrupt your story. We were talking
No.
about doing this podcast eventually, or doing a podcast in your grandpa's shop. How many deer heads are on the wall in there?
I counted. It's like 55 to 60 of the between mule deer, elk, and everything.
Isn't there like a bison?
There's a bison, but we didn't kill that.
Where did that come from?
Ben?
Okay, yeah. Yep. Ben. Is there any bears mounted in there anymore?
No.
No bears.
You guys never really got into that kind of thing?
No.
How many of those deer are over 130?
Probably.
There's
like,
probably not many under 130.
How many?
That's what I thought.
How many of them are yours?
I don't know. My first.
I got 7.
7.
Yeah, I have like 7 or 8, I think. Because I killed them when I was 8, and then I skipped a year or two, and I didn't kill one, and then I think I finally did.
Yeah, your dad was on for a while there. Your dad was on a streak 20. I think he was at 20 plus years,
Yeah,
killing one.
that's
That was
crazy.
that.
Yeah, and then the year he broke it was when he bought that Matthews that I have, so, and he blamed it all on that bow.
I mean, boo Matthews.
I love my Matthews.
So do I.
Team Hoyt over here.
I just bought the AX3,
Okay.
the newest one.
Is that the carbon one or the
No,
aluminum one?
it's just aluminum. But I mean, it's got a smooth draw cycle. I mean,
That's what Hoyt's always kind of been known as, like the Cadillac or the GMC of bows. They were always very smooth and user friendly. A little on the heavy side, but smooth and fast shooting.
I mean, I like my bow being heavy though. Like I got
Yeah.
quite a bit of weight on my stabilizers.
Yeah, your dad's always a 2 stabilizer kind of guy.
Yeah, he has I
front
think he has
and
a
back.
15 and a 12 now.
Damn.
It's because he's so short and he has to use that stabilizer.
My stuff's
Short
so
arms.
my stuff is so antiquated. I'm still rocking a 2016 carbon framed Hoyt, but it's smooth. I've dropped it out of the tree before. Like I've done all I've abused this bow, and it still shoots really good groups at 30, 35, 40 yards. I
all you
don't
need.
shoot much past 40 because I'm blind, so I don't take those longer shots. Ethan does, but
I take those longer shots practicing.
yeah,
I'll
I mean, I
take
can't
those
even
longer
shoot
shots
that.
hunting.
Like I can't see that far to even practice at the
Yeah.
distances. But yeah, out to 40 yards, she still drills 2 3-inch groups, and she's fast.
all you need.
I just have I don't really have much of a desire to make the investment to change up and learn and go through all that stuff when my bow works well as it is.
That's how our dad is.
Do you know anybody that wants to buy a 60-pound bow?
I'm sure we could. Let's get it out there. If there's anyone that wants a bow, what are you selling?
It's a Hoyt Alpha X. It's the Wilderness Green, and it's only 60 pounds though, and you can't buy new
Unless you buy
mods.
what limbs.
You'd have to buy new limbs and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why you get a Matthews, because then you just got a little mod that you put on there, and then it can change.
True.
What do you? Yeah, Ethan. What do you? We'll get the. We'll get
Is
the
that
word
your
out
bow
there.
over there, Ethan?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
75-pound, 80% let off, 80% let off. Yeah.
what did
Shoots
Luke
fast.
just? Luke just did a bunch of stuff with his bow, right?
He put 75 pound, 85% let off, but he has two bows, a V3X and a VXR, I think. He's switching
yeah.
between the two. I don't
he
know.
wants to keep both of them and
Yeah.
just kind of base it on the day, I guess.
Yeah, I have a VXR.
But my bow works, shoots fast, quiet.
Yeah. I mean, it's all personal preference.
Yeah.
All right, so your story, your first year, buddy.
So it was me and my grandpa. We were sitting in the hut, and we had a doe come in, and we were just going to just shoot any deer because it was my first year. And we had a doe come in, and behind the doe there was a buck. It was like a little basket rack 8. I'm sure you've seen a picture of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And he finally come in, and they're both just eating at the food. And Grandpa was like, "Which one do you want to shoot?" And I was like, "I'd prefer to shoot the buck. I mean,
Right.
it's my first deer." But so I ended up shooting him with my grandpa's old crossbow, and I hit him just a touch high. I mean, smoked him though. He only went like 70 yards and died.
Was that the AR-15 crossbow? Like the fast shooting one? No.
Yeah, your grandpa had some crazy crossbow there
Yeah,
for a minute.
no, he has
still
some
has
crazy-
that one. That's the one he actually has. I think he's getting a new one.
I think
though.
it's a PSE is what he
Yeah.
he has a PSE. He has a 10-point, and I think he's buying a new 10-point this year.
When I first started hunting, I was using Anthony Argyrakis's crossbow, and it was like it looked like from a movie prop, like a medieval movie crossbow. It was wild.
No cams, just the
No
limbs.
scope, like open sights on it, and like it had like a scope. It had like an open sight rail, and like it was. Yeah, that thing was wild. Didn't shoot very fast. It was accurate though.
Yeah.
When did you guys start killing your first deer with like actual vertical bows?
2 years ago.
I'm trying to think. I killed a doe, and then the year after that is when I killed a buck with it finally.
I actually killed a
'Cause
buck
you're-
before Branson with my
Yeah, your
pound
first
pound.
vertical bow was last year, right?
Me?
Yeah.
I think it was the year before that actually, but my first buck was last year.
Yeah.
You had a little bit of a gap there where it was kind of hard to get on a buck with the vertical.
Yeah, I tried. I hit a couple does, I won't lie. I missed 3 in one night with the compound.
Oh.
With my little diamond. Yeah, I missed.
We had a diamond, didn't we?
Yeah.
Was it? Do we still have that?
Is it that bow? The diamond?
Yeah, did we give you guys a diamond?
I don't know. I think my dad got it from like Cabela's.
Diamond razor edge or something?
It has like blue limb pockets and shit, or like.
It has blue on it, so I wonder if my dad got it from you
I think
guys.
we might have. I think we might have gave you that.
a long
killed my
time
first
ago.
bow. Killed my first deer with a vertical bow with that diamond
I think
12 years ago or something.
Isaac might have too, right?
It was Luke's bow. And then I got it from
Did
Luke.
you ever end up even killing a deer with that bow?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You hit the one in the.
I don't think so.
You hit the
I
one
hit
back.
one. I think it was like a night after I missed 3 of them over their back. I hit one. I thought my dad was gonna stop it. I was like 11, 12, and I hit it way back with my like barely 45 pounds. And
Did it go so well? Did you recover it?
my dad found like the carcass later.
Yeah.
And he thinks it was, but he doesn't know. It was cool because we thought we doubled up actually. I shot first, and then another one came through, and he smoked it. And we looked for mine forever, and then went and found his instantly, and then never found mine.
I mean, it's cool to hear these stories though, because like every hunter that's listening has these stories, but a lot of guys it's either so far back that they don't remember, or you get these big shot hunters who act like they didn't have failures at the beginning of their hunting
because they don't show them.
But everyone had like situations like this. I remember my first year after I got that bow with your dad. He helped me pick that bow out. My first season, I missed 3. I missed I'm trying to remember how it went. I think I missed 2 or 3 bucks earlier in like October. Both times shot over, just like you, shot over their backs. For whatever reason, when you're in your tree stand and you're hunting deer like with a vertical bow, it seems like you end up shooting high a lot early. But I shot it over 2, and they were both like 6-pointers or 7-pointers. I remember when I got down to find my arrow the one time, I think it was the second one that I missed. I found my first shed. It was like a rotten shoot up, small 2.5-year-old side, but I still have that. I kept it with the the rack from my first buck. When I ended up killing my first buck, I actually hunted on the ground on one of those like folding hunting camo chairs that are super comfortable, you know?
Yeah.
Tucked myself into some pine trees because the whole hunting out of a tree stand thing just wasn't working very well for me that first year doing it. I just kept missing. And a buck came, it was November 1st, and this little 6-point came in, like, rutted up, like, excited. Like, he wasn't rutting, obviously, but he knew it was that time of year, so he was all snorting out of the nose and stuff, just excited. And I had a ground level shot, was able to take my first buck. It was my first deer and buck, and it was with a vertical bow. But everyone has these stories.
Yeah.
People who act like they don't, and then we're perfect.
They're liars.
They're just all liars, you know, dirtbags.
Last year was a little rough for me though, but I ended up actually killing all 3 of my deer. I ended up tagging out, but I had missed 2 deer last year actually. I missed a doe late season, and then early season I missed a stud.
I missed a doe. Well, I kind of put one through the top hair of it ended up, I think, being a button.
Yeah, it was.
Which we didn't recover.
I missed.
I know we
missed a doe on the last day. Killed a shed buck.
We just that late. That's why we talk a lot about like Ohio might need to end its season a little sooner because you can't even see their buttons sometimes that late in the season, like with the snow and like they're all like bunched up with their fur. Like their heads were completely slick. But then you get up to them and like watch super high def.
I shot one last year.
Yeah, don't let them fool you.
There's like 10 babies at the
and he picked the biggest one thinking it was the mom, and it was not the mom.
It was just,
I mean, those butt bucks look like mature does when they're all puffed
more.
up.
Yeah, they look like a 2-year-old.
Obviously, in October you wouldn't say that, but in February over a corn pile, they all look the same.
Yeah,
100%. They say to look at the snout and the length of the body.
Yeah,
like a doe is like longer and leaner with a longer nose. So but
early season it's so easy to tell.
Like, oh yeah, when I shot my buck on opening day, the fawn still had spots that was with it. The younger deer.
We watched that deer all season too.
That doe. I think it was a doe, or I don't know if it was a doe or button buck, because we had a fawn. He had whatever it was, had a twin that died in like August. I found it dead in the middle of the food plot. We thought maybe EHD, but it's hard to tell. But regardless, it was dead. So then, I don't know what happened to the mom. If she might have died or something too, but that fawn just hung out in the corner of that food plot in that watering hole, and we saw it every single time we went hunting, every day, just there, just
like
hanging
4:45, it'd come out in the food plot, eat, go back in.
Yeah. But
every year at our one spot, there's always a spike that lives there. We see them every night.
Yeah, like that fawn didn't lose I don't know if it was a boy or girl. It didn't lose its spots till like mid-October. It still had spots early, and then
that's crazy.
I've seen with the late rut, we've gotten trail camera pictures of deer with spots. Well, this is kind of weird. That we get deer with spots in like November. They're like born like super late, but when they shed their winter coats in March, sometimes like when that winter coat starts coming off, like because their winter coat didn't really have spots, but the fur underneath the summer coat still has some spots. So it's weird. They'll be like half spotted, like shedding out big tufts of hair, and they just like, that's a weird looking thing. But yeah, misses, I mean, when you're starting out in archery and bow hunting, misses are part of the game. And anyone who says that
everybody still has misses.
I mean, it really sucks, but
I missed the same deer 3 times with a crossbow. So
seasoned hunters have misses with vertical bows still.
Yeah.
Happens.
So you guys are done with the crossbow. The crossbow's away in the closet.
Oh,
gone.
Vertical bow.
I won't even touch it anymore.
We got one hanging up over there, but it hasn't. I don't think it's moved in a couple years.
I shot it like a year ago, but I lost the bolt. So
we got it for our dad, and then I don't know how much I've ever told that. So I took him out hunting a couple years ago. Nice, perfect October night, like not too cold. So I'm like, Dad, you want to go out? Yeah. And he shot it a 4-point twice and missed both shots with that thing. Just one of them things, but buck-wise, you guys, last couple of years, you guys have been doing pretty good.
Yeah,
it has not been bad for you.
No, it's been pretty good.
You still shooting those color changing knocks? Or did you change the solid knocks this year?
I haven't. I have solid knocks on that I practice with, but yeah,
you guys were using like those rainbow.
I had that. I don't know why. To be honest, I thought I had a solid one when I shot, and I didn't even like realize because I'd put like 2 packs on my arrows, and
because we watched the video of you shooting your buck, and it looks like you smoked him, but it was just the color changing knock, changing color right at the right time, and you shot under him.
Yeah, the first one I missed him at 32 yards.
Yeah,
And then you ended up hitting. You shot at him
at like 67,
and you hit him.
And that's where I killed him.
What did that deer end up scoring?
126 or something. It wasn't compared to my giant framed 8 that I killed before. It looked like a dwarf.
The giant framed 8. That's the one we edited the video up.
Yeah, that's up on my Branson and Pavlik Outdoors.
I was going to ask you guys. So you kind of got into the YouTube stuff a little bit. Your dad. I mean, it seems like most of the younger hunters have kind of started to pick up some type of filming or podcast or like just, the younger generation is more in tune with social media. So a lot of guys have something.
Yeah.
You guys, so I was going to ask about your YouTube channels because I know I've helped you with a couple videos and we have plans to work on a lot more videos. Are you guys are you going to run separate YouTube channels for each of you? Are you guys going to combine them into one YouTube channel? Like, what's the play?
I think we're going to try to like figure out a name and just like turn it into everybody.
We've been trying to find out a name. I kind of just made one and posted my doe hunt and then that buck hunt. And then
you can change the name of that channel and keep those videos
That's what the plan was if we ended up thinking of one, and then if not, I might do my own and he'd do his own. But yeah, we really don't know.
I think it'd be cool if you guys came up with some type of name
together
to kind of have, just to, because I think it'd be cool for both you guys to have all your. I mean, your dad's got a ton of kills and footage and stuff that has never really been seen or shown or edited, right? I know he runs the camera for most of it.
He likes just to be able to watch what happened. Yeah. Like that's what's so good about it is you can see exactly where you hit the deer, what happened, and if like anything like
it seems a lot of guys do that. They take a lot of film and don't post it.
Yeah,
just to watch it, because it is cool to watch. It's like having home videos.
I do understand, like I do understand filming and not necessarily wanting to have it all on the internet for the public. Like that does make sense to me, because even let's just say YouTube shut down tomorrow. I mean, I'd still film my hunts just for myself.
Yeah.
We used to make DVDs of our hunts back when the computers could actually put a DVD slot in. You could actually like burn DVDs and watch them on your DVD player back in.
I mean,
it's pretty cool.
The one night, me and my one friend, we ended up watching all the videos on our camera just for fun, just to see what was on there still. And
you guys need to buy a good hard drive to transfer all that stuff to.
Yeah, I know we need to
save your cow money for a good external hard drive, so you can put all your footage on there and get it off your memory card.
Because our one camera has like 5 minutes of film time left, because we were gonna film us putting out minerals and stuff today, but it had no film time. So I think our dad ordered another memory card just to have for the camera he bought from you too.
Yeah. So and you could always use like, we're gonna sit down in the studio and kind of come up with somewhat of a game plan for your guys' videos, because you have, and we'll talk about that here in a second, how much hunts that are unaired still. But we could even you could use your dad's just shot footage stuff for some kind of intro or montage, or some kind of, you could use it to spruce something up a little bit, even if it's not a full story every time.
Yeah.
So how many hunts do you guys have that we need to edit up that are not aired yet? Kill, like stuff that you would like to put together and make a production out of that has a kill or a story to it.
I only have my turkey from this year and my deer from this year, I think. He has a bunch because I was supposed to.
Last year, my two does actually from this year and last year. I actually self-filmed my doe late season. Last day of season, I ended up killing a doe.
It's a cool feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Just to like do it by yourself and like have that. I don't know. There's a lot of my deer. I ended up, we primarily self-film, so we only really double film if we're something special, or if I'm hunting with one of those guys that doesn't film but he likes their stuff being filmed. So all my stuff is really self-filmed, and I really like it.
Yeah.
But we could always. I have my button buck. I self-film that too, and I really wanted to kill a deer with my bow, because I just got.
Yeah, that was right after you got your.
And I waited for it forever. At the Finn, they actually almost sold my bow because it didn't have like a name on it or whatever. So luckily we called, and because I had it ordered because I wanted the all black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I wanted to shoot a doe, but ended up being a button buck. But I got that on film. I got my doe from this year, my doe from last year. We can probably merge all three of those together. And then I got my buck from this year and last year.
And you have a bunch of turkey stuff too from this.
Oh yeah,
yeah. We got his turkey and then my friend's turkey video.
3 gobblers to go. And we got anyone that watches our channel has already seen Hudson's bird because it was on there.
He needs to be on the board. I was looking at that.
He is kind of on there. He's got the
under your name, but he
Make-A-Wish
needs his own
gobbler
name.
up there. But yeah, so Hudson's already been on the channel. But yeah, we'll get that stuff once I get my studio.
Yeah, it's no rush.
I'm excited. Like I like editing stuff, and it's fun to just see new footage and and put a story together.
Your buck from this year was a good story, right? You guys used a decoy and got him in.
Running him in, dude. He was walking. He came out of the woods somewhere where we never like expected any deer to even come from. It's like a little thick area, but you don't see deer come out of there often. But he come out looking for does. It was like rut time, and he didn't see anything. And he went and turned around, and he was slowly walking back into this woods. And I luckily had a grunt tube, just like a cheap Walmart one. I don't even know what it is.
Primos or something.
Yes, something. Yeah. And my dad just like hammered it a couple times, and he literally turned around, was like running, and then he got to the tree line that we were sitting along, and just walked. And then he saw the decoy, and he cut into the woods.
Yeah, get downwind of it.
Try to figure out what was going on, and then I had one shooting lane, and where my dad stopped him was, his vitals were just like behind some brush, so I aimed just a little bit back, and I put it. I mean, it was straight down. We were like 35 feet up in the up in the tree.
Yeah, that one was high.
And it was like 12 yards away, and I put it literally probably like 3 inches below his spine, and went double long, and I livered him, and we ended up finding him that night. But we were worried about the shot because we watched it on film, so we let him go for a little bit.
Yeah, your dad sent us the film, and we're like, yeah, he smoked him.
Yeah, it's just such an exciting time of year, like that during the rut and stuff, because like. You know, like we got a couple big group chats with some guys, and like when Matt Pavlik starts typing on something and something starts coming, it's like, oh shit, here we go.
Sent video, sent picture.
One of the four of them, because your grandpa's also hunting deer. Like one of the four of them, Matt's gonna ask an opinion on.
And he usually starts it with, "Uh-oh."
Yeah, or no, he does the eyeball thing, like the little, like oh shit, you know, like
it's a 5-hour waiting game to figure out which one killed.
Yeah, like when you guys do kill one, he'll send like a little bit of blood and like an antler, and it's
or
like,
the balls.
the balls, and it's like, well, one of the four Pavliks has something down, and they're being quiet about it for a minute.
Actually, our grandpa went dry this past year. He didn't end up killing anything because we had nothing where he hunts.
Just the late season was kind of rough.
Yeah, I mean, there was deer, but they're all little.
Yeah. So I was going to ask about that. So, like, does your dad, like, now that you guys are obviously you're young men, pretty much out on your own doing it hunting wise, like, does he have like these established rules? Like, do you guys go into each hunt like that buck, like we're not killing this buck, or you know we're not shooting past this far, or you know,
I mean,
if he comes in on downwind and on alert, we're not going to try to take some crap shot. Like,
no,
what's that game plan like?
Not really. It's just typically our call. Like with my deer this year, he was like, "It's up to you." I was like, "Oh." Because I was like, what do you think? Because I'm not good like judge of like how old it is and all that kind of stuff. And he was like, well, it's up to you. And I was like, okay. And then after I missed him at 32 and he was standing at 67, he was like, no, you're not shooting. I was like, no, I'm shooting him. He was trying to tell me not to, and then I drew, and he was like, okay, whatever.
I mean, you would have been pretty bummed if you wouldn't end up killing that deer, but you're probably more bummed about that.
Yeah, because I had tore my meniscus during soccer season. That was like 3 days after surgery. I barely climbed up in this little elevated blind and barely made it, and then, yeah.
Was that buck that you killed one that you were the specific one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went in there for him, but we never seen him on hoof. He was like, on camera, he was questionable. We didn't know how old or like how actually big he was.
Right. And obviously your dad, you guys are trying to do like most of us nowadays, you're trying to shoot the older class bucks if you can. It's just, you know, I know your dad feels it the same way we feel it. We're trying to find $4. You guys are trying to find 4 bucks. Like, it's hard to find $4 for 4 people in a season that are all they hit all those qualifiers, right?
Yeah.
4 years old and 130 inches, or all these things that you want your deer to be. That's a lot of searching to find that many that qualify, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you guys have any any brands as a younger crowd? Do you have any brands that you guys are super loyal to, like stuff that you really enjoy? There's nothing that sticks out, maybe. Like no camo companies that are cooler than the rest, or
I personally like QU.
Yeah,
that's what I run.
Yeah, I ain't into all that bougie camo. I just got Walmart special stuff.
That's what I'm talking about.
What about your bow though?
Green pants and a nice
I'm Matthews all the way.
mean-
You will never get me to shoot a Hoyt. I was gonna go buy the new Matthews this year, but then I was like, my bow's just fine. Might as well save my money.
You guys all have UV slider scopes too, correct?
Yeah, I have
You guys, all
the
three
UV.
of them.
I have a slide. I don't. I
We don't
just
have the
the
actual
scope,
slider.
You guys just have the scope.
Yeah,
and I have a Spa Hog Boonie as my sight.
yeah, I have, and then I have the UV button too. So
I don't know what any of that means. You guys just said. Like, I have zero clue what any of what.
My sight. They have my sight scope on different sliders because you can detach
Like the-
it.
the
When you say scope, you mean
It's literally
Yeah,
just
just
the
the-
part.
yeah.
Just the part you look
just
at.
a sight picture.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
The
attach-
I would call it, I
attach
guess,
that.
the housing.
Yeah.
yeah,
You can attach that to different sliders
Yeah.
based
Yeah.
on what you want.
I would say Ultraview and Matthews. That's about it. Cause I have the UV, I have the B Real grip, and then the UV3XL, and then the button. I want the hinge eventually if I can figure out how to shoot a hinge. But
Yeah, I'm not.
I was
I'm
gonna,
not
I was
dumb.
gonna ask you guys about that. So like, what is? I heard you said the B reel, but like, so like, who is like the guy in the hunting industry right now that like, I don't want to say kids, I won't say kids, so that the young men like look into, you know.
I watched Chris B a lot. That's and then like
I
kind of.
mean, I know you guys don't really like hearing about Seek One all the time, but like I enjoy watching.
Oh, Seek, we love.
I enjoy Sequan a lot. I like Liel's Kendall Gray. His stuff like
he's a funny.
He's
dude.
so funny.
I know
though.
he's funny, but it's just like as an old guy.
Yeah, as an
36
adult,
years
it's
old.
not.
He's kind of cringy with all his like.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to his rhetoric, but like I can understand why he's so popular for sure.
Yeah.
Just I'm a guy that's not. When I turn on hunting, that's not what I want.
Yeah, you want to be like more like
this
Midwest whitetail.
Yeah, slow it down, not so loud of music, maybe like
Yeah.
you know. But I do understand the appeal of Kendall Gray, and obviously Chris B is like I would assume he's kind of the most popular guy in the archery,
Yeah.
He's up
especially
there
being
for
a
sure.
Matthews guy
Yeah.
for you. Like
He just opened an archery shop, I believe.
Yeah, I've watched him forever. I've watched him since I think the VXR actually came out.
He's always been Matthews, Crispy,
No, he was actually Hoyt for a while.
until
And then he
Lift, right, or something.
No, it was earlier than that. I think it was like the VXR. He
Gotcha.
got sponsored by them.
he's like him and Cam Haynes is also Matthews, right?
And Liel's.
Oh, and I love watching Levi Morgan. That's another one.
That's who I
Levi
was
Morgan's
gonna
a
bring.
Matthews guy too.
Yeah.
I think Levi might be like their main guy.
Yeah, because
Chris
he
is their
shoots all
second.
the Well, Chris, I feel like is more like the hunting guy. Levi's the more obviously he hunts a lot, but he's more of the target.
Yeah, the archery. He's still doing like the actual tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
Circuit stuff. I haven't. It's been a long time since I've watched the tournament archery kind of stuff. I've kind of grown away from it, but I know it is popular.
Yeah.
I saw a video on Levi the other day. He said he's killed every animal he's ever hunted with a 430 grain arrow with an expandable broadhead.
Yeah.
Because he shoots the schwackers.
That's like the perfect.
That's what
medium
I
for an area.
that's what I
arrow.
shot my button buck with a Schwacker. I mean, but I just don't think I can ever get away from the mega meats or the dead meats.
Is that what you guys use?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what we use.
I love.
That's what
a
we use
mega
for
meat.
everything.
When your dad got me into bow hunting, I'm gonna kill this fucking fly. That's insane. We had a fly flying around here sitting in the shop, all in between our eyes and shit. When your dad got me into hunting, we were muzzy guys, like fixed blade muzzy.
Yeah.
He used Nap Thunderheads for a while, I think. Like,
And then
it was a
then it was the
three-blade fixed-
Rage.
Yep, it was. Your dad went from the 3-blade fixed Nap, and I was like a 3-blade. I was actually a 4-blade fixed muzzy. Then Rage. Everyone.
Yeah, he
like,
was
one
Rage-
moment. Boom. Everyone
Rage
Rage
forever, and then one day he randomly came home with the mega meat and shot. I think he shot the first deer with it, and after his one buck, it literally left like puddles after puddles.
Yeah. He, like, the Rage was huge with everyone for a while, but then they sold. So when Rage sold to Faradyne, like the company, the guy that started it and the people that started that company, it may have sold more than once, but I know at the end there it sold to like a large corporation. They just started like mass producing them in China. They changed the size of them a little bit. They still
Yeah.
weighed 100 grains. They all became a little bit smaller and they just got cheaper. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of jumped fence at that moment.
Yeah,
I went to Schwacker because of Luke. Last year was the first year that I primarily used all Schwacker. And
Every deer I've killed with my bow or crossbow has been a schwacker.
yeah, I like the Schwackers. It's a very simple design. They fly well, and the blood trails have all been great, and all the deer have died real quick.
Hit them in the toe and they'll die.
Something like that.
Hudson likes shooting him in the ankle.
Yeah.
Did it die?
We don't talk about that one. Yeah. Well, I hit him like in the knee area.
His crossbow. This was when he's still shooting a crossbow. The limb hit the side
window
of the
came
hut,
shut on the cam. Like I swung the window open and it ended up
and it
coming
slowly
shut on
came
the cam.
back, and
then it drug the arrow way down into the left, and we thought we missed. And the next day, my dad went in there and actually
there was blood
everywhere.
So I've heard and seen videos and seen articles where like people have shot him like lower legs and stuff and they die.
I shot
yeah,
my
because
buck
it hits like that vein thing.
quote unquote. Yeah, the artery there.
So they there's a lot of, like, it's weird how if a deer gets a clean break off with their legs, sometimes those like the arteries and stuff will
they're
pull
fine.
back in.
Yeah,
They'll
that's so
survive.
weird.
But if you cut them with like a broadhead or a bullet, they'll die from it.
Yeah.
It's very it's science, but it's interesting how that happens because you would think some of those shots would not be anywhere near lethal, but
Yeah, somehow.
So you guys are both just shooting mega meets this year?
Yeah, probably. Or we'll experiment a little bit.
I definitely probably won't shoot the beast or anything.
So that is exactly where I was going to go.
The beast.
I mean,
I wish it was
I hate
attached.
me personally. I hate Belmar.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hit the
I
rock
run a
button.
Bowmar product on my bow. I use a nose button.
Well, he has what?
I have the grip tape. I
You have
love
the
my
grip tape?
I love my grip tape. Yes, that's.
I wish it wasn't attached to the name, but I mean, I like it.
I mean, I shouldn't. We shouldn't sit here and say. At least I shouldn't sit here and say I hate Bomar.
Yeah,
it's just like I did like them when he was still in Ohio and like a smaller YouTuber and like shooting 200-inch bucks in Columbus out of blinds.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool, right? But then like like the way his personality is now compared to then is different, and he's just like
yeah, and then he's like,
big comedy meathead dude. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
sells though, makes a lot of money.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. And we're never, we might have it a little better than a lot of people, but we're never going to be 1,000 acres passing one.
Yeah,
acres
no.
like he is. Like, that's just that leaves. I don't know.
But the beast does work.
I mean, yeah.
I've
A lot of
seen
people like that
A lot of
broadhead.
people love that broadhead.
a lot of people do.
But they're $80 for 3 of them.
Yeah, they're expensive.
I looked at them at the fin the other day. I was like,
That's a lot of money.
You get the
for broadheads.
titanium blade ones. It's like
And like, are you going to shoot
Stupid.
doe? I mean, not that
You're not going to shoot a doe with that.
Right? Are you going to
Willingly,
waste a couple
yeah.
packs of broadheads on does when they're $80?
yeah,
well,
Yeah,
their thing
no.
is you could reuse them. That's
Supposedly.
supposedly.
And
Yeah.
if it goes through the deer perfectly,
which
it doesn't
technically we could reuse all of our broadhead. You just got to replace the blades.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
But
the mega
I'm not
meats-
doing that. I'm
with the
buying
ma-
$30
Yeah, just-
trackers.
Yeah.
With the mega meats, you can just literally buy replacement blades and they just clip in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your one story, you were talking about decoy use a little bit. You guys have started using the decoy a little bit more often last couple of years. Huh?
We've always really. I mean, when it's like, I almost shot my third or fourth buck with a decoy. He was on a doe in like this little like ravine thing, and he came up out of it and just stared at us. Like when it's rut and we got bucks, we'll try and use a decoy if
I
it's
think
like
I'm using decoy this
situational.
year.
Yeah, like Ethan used it a little bit last year. It had like, I would say it was successful. That deer came in and checked things out.
I mean, it
The buck.
pulled that deer across 400 yards of field.
I've never really had a lot of luck with decoy. I don't know if it's just because I set them out wrong or something.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times, like the does would just get spooky, and then the bucks wouldn't end up coming in when I was using decoys in fields. But the hunt we're watching on TV now, the guy's using a decoy, and like you guys have killed some bucks with decoys. So like obviously it does work.
I think that's a doe decoy. Now.
Yeah, it is actually. Like
We need to
99%
get that decoy.
sure.
It's like covered in oil and stuff in the back right
Yeah, I
now.
know.
Like we need to kind of clean that area up. I saw the ear was laying in the middle of the. It's actually Nick's too. I don't know. Is it our decoy?
I have no idea.
I think it's Nick's.
I think if I would have used it with my encounter last year, I would have drawn Moby in.
With the old Moby encounter.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's so hard because you can't, whether it attracts or makes them scared and not question. Yeah,
rolling the dice on it.
yeah.
Would you guys think that like a buck like Moby and a fucking 8-year-old dominant buck, would he care about a decoy, a little spike half rack decoy that we're
think-
using? Like would that cost
What
him
I watched, he
enough
cared about every deer in the
Yeah.
vicinity.
It depends.
But he had all those deer. He was chasing off all those other bucks, right? But like, if you had one lone decoy sitting out there and he came across it, would he even like give that deer a second thought, or would he
Who
come
knows?
over and beat the fuck out?
yeah,
I mean,
it
that's why you
depends
do it.
what
I
kind
mean,
of deer
you gotta
he
figure
is.
that out.
because
I think he would have
sometimes,
rammed it.
yeah,
I mean, I'm all for you trying it. I hope you come on opening day so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so you don't
we'll
have
use
to
it to
get
kill
to
some of
that
those
point.
other deer over there. But yeah, and you're only going to use decoy like rut times, right?
Yeah.
You're not.
No,
it's not
you
something
don't really
that's gonna
use
happen pre.
No.
Gotcha. Ethan, do you got anything to add?
I don't think so. What kind of arrows are you guys shooting? Anything specific?
The Easton Axis 5 mils or whatever.
That's what I'm shooting, right?
I'm shooting VAP TKOs.
But you don't like them.
I just, they're weird.
The 4mm ones?
Yeah.
I have a bunch of them, and I break them.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're
it's weird.
fragile.
It's weird.
They're brittle. I switched to the Easton Axis 5mm.
I'm about to, that's what I think I'm
I
gonna go back.
that's what I've always shot. And I have like the extra weight up front because I'm or like when we were lower poundage, I'm still only like 60, but it just helps with the impact and stuff.
I mean, there's nothing really wrong with 60. My bow's only at 69 pounds, I think, right? It goes up to 70. It's cranked at 70, so I'm shooting a little bit below.
Yeah.
70.
Mine's at 70. That's
And
mine.
I think we weighted. I think it was like 69.
Yeah.
You use the scale, but
Yeah.
I mean, we've killed a lot of deer have been killed with lesser poundage bows, but obviously are you guys more into the speed than the weight?
Yeah.
You know, that's the big thing. You got heavy arrow guys lobbing bricks, and then you got the fast guys.
I'd rather be
I had
like
medium
right in the middle.
arrow.
Yeah, right in the middle.
I think we're all hunting around the same weight. I'm a little bit heavier
Like-
probably because my...
I don't know.
Like
what-
420 ish.
That's where I was last year. 450 for me, I think.
I think my arrow might be one
Yeah,
of the lighter
mine-
ones because I have the same as you, but without the weight.
Yeah, so mine might be a little bit heavier, but I don't really know.
My draw length is maybe. What's your draw length? Do you know?
Like 28 and a half or
Yeah, so
I think mine's 30. I'm a little bit longer. on the
Mine's
draw.
28 on the button.
Yeah.
So we're all
And
shooting
you guys
similar
will. You guys will
setups.
probably get another inch or two before it's all said and done.
Yeah, probably.
Hopefully.
I mean, the Pavliks don't go up though. You know,
Yeah, minus our grandpa.
But there's some
about
fine
it.
blood in there.
they're a little bit. But yeah, I mean, we're in an hour. We've covered a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Is there any more stories you guys want to throw out there before we're done?
I don't
We're gonna have all your YouTube stuff on there
Yeah.
eventually, and we'll obviously update the podcast people and the listening audience when that's gonna happen. But
Yeah, I want to get my turkey video edited
yeah,
because
You
that
get a
was that
nice-
was sweet.
if you get a nice string of, if we can put together like 4 or 5 videos, we could do them just 4 or 5 weeks in a row, like every Sunday morning or something. Have them release. It should help.
Yeah,
Even though it's fall, like a turkey hunt we could still do a turkey hunt now.
yeah.
You can
That's
wait.
what I've
You
been
can wait
kinda-
on until spring, or just say F it. And
Yeah, just do it now. I've been kind of looking at YouTube just to see if I did start messing with it now if posted, but I've seen a bunch of deer hunts even being posted right now from like years past.
Yeah, a lot of guys will hold their footage a year.
That's the thing that I don't like. I don't understand it. I feel like I'd rather see the deer from the same year.
It throws me off because
Yeah.
I think Chris B does it, but then I also don't. Like some of his hunts make it seem because
Well, it's because he shoots a bunch of unreleased stuff, and he has to wait till it's released to be able to.
yeah, like
all
Yeah,
you
they're
do-
blurring out the bows.
All
Yeah.
you dudes are shooting the bows that don't exist yet.
Like his
Yeah.
turkey decap broadhead he shot.
yeah, that one he shot it like April 15th and it was only like April 1st or something when he posted
Yeah.
the video, so it had to have been a year before, which is crazy because that means he got the new bow. I wonder how actually long before it releases do they get the new bow.
I think they get the new bow now. I think like the bow that were released in November this year. I think they have it.
Or
in
is
their
it
hands.
the-
They
Or is
should
it-
release
I-
it now so people can get it before deer
yeah,
season.
I think
Yeah, I've always wondered why
yeah,
they release the
Stupid.
bows during the rut.
that's the
because
dumbest thing
August
ever
would
to
be
me.
the perfect time,
Yeah, like
or July.
July,
Yeah,
yep.
July. So you have
I
the
think it
summer
has
to
do
practice.
something with the fiscal year for companies. Usually the fiscal year ends in October, November.
Yeah.
So they wait till after that point to release the new stuff for the next year because
Mm-hmm.
the fiscal year for that next year starts in October,
I
November.
mean, that's just kind of stupid.
but it is.
Yeah,
what
because
it is.
then
I understand
then you
that
got to
it is
sight
what
in
it
a new
is.
bow right in the middle of season
Well,
if you
yeah.
wanted one.
They have them now. I think they get the first renditions of them and they hunt with them now because Lee Ellis's all of his deer from last year were killed with the arc,
Yeah,
and then they use that as promotional video for the bow.
yeah,
I mean, that makes sense. The big thing for guys like let's take a step back with the smaller people. It's hard to like tell an entire story and get it out there quickly and timely during hunting season. So that's why with our show, we only show the stuff that's happening now when it's live. So like, you know, if we kill a buck, 5 days later I'll have a video out of the hunt and us killing the buck and us hanging out. I go back the next year, like in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to start putting together the videos with the backstory of these deer. So, you know, I got my deer this year. I got my 3 bucks. I got to tell the story of like Luke's buck. We had 3 years worth of encounters with. Tyler's buck, 3 years worth of encounters with. That episode that explains the entire history of that deer and the hunting I release those a year later, but I'm still always going to get the hunt out the same year that we do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like.
And we don't, but at the same time, like Isaac's Western stuff, like he's going out to hunt.
Yeah,
elk
it
in
makes
September. He's not going to release that until next year.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Yeah, Lee Ellis has a video coming out September. Is Ohio buck?
Is he started
I think it's
advertising
September,
it?
yeah.
I want to watch that. I mean, I really have learned. I've not liked Lee, and then I liked him, and then like now, like I really like him. Like his production quality's good.
You can, his production. You could tell he puts a lot of effort into everything.
And he's not.
I hope he's honest.
He's not.
Yeah, that's
That's what everybody doesn't think. That's what
I've heard drones.
Like I hope it's not true. I hope he's doing it out there doing his thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had to think about it like this though, so Lee needs to have, like, he has built his entire, and I don't know anything. I don't know Lee, so we're just speculating, right?
Yeah.
He's built his entire channel and the Seek One thing on integrity, right? He says he doesn't pay for any access. It's all door knocking or permission. He started by killing a bunch of big city bucks, and then people were like kind of hammering him for just, you're a one trick pony. So he started hunting other cities like Nashville and Columbus. Yeah. And then they're like, well, that's still not good enough. So then he started hunting public land. And
he could still kill giants on public land.
Killing really good bucks on public land. And then people were like, oh, well, you have the unlimited time. So, like, those deer. So then he's like, okay. And he started hunting out here by us. He's hunting Ohio, Western Ohio, Northeast Ohio, hunting the same deer that we can hunt, which is kind of scary for our situation. But, like, so he's doing that now. So, like, he's done everything that the people have criticized him for doing.
Yeah.
And it's just hard for him to get his production value videos out in a timely manner.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's just so hard to. The drone thing, if it's not illegal,
but still, you still gotta kill the deer. It's not like you can't just, I found the deer, but if you have no clue what you're doing, anything about hunting, you're not gonna be able to go into that property, set stuff up, and be able to kill him.
Correct. And he's obviously very, very good at that. Is he using drones to find some of these big bucks?
We'll never know.
Well, he'll probably never admit it, and hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully nothing comes out about him saying one thing and actually doing another.
Yeah.
That would disappoint me. Like, if you are doing something, just come out and say it. If we found this buck with the drone, and we're gonna, we found where he's living now. We're gonna go and try to hunt him or whatever. Like, because in Ohio that's not illegal, and we've obviously brought that up on this podcast many, many, many times of how. I don't think you should be allowed to use drones to find deer to hunt them. I don't have any problem with recovery.
No,
it's a very good tool, and we don't want to waste deer. It still has some negatives. You're going to see other deer while you're doing it. It's going to help you with scouting. You're going to be places. I'm not big on the whole you're places you're not supposed to be.
Yeah, so like fly over. Oh, I shot a deer and we found it. Let's go fly a little bit further and see what we can find.
People will always argue trail cameras are no different than drones. Well, I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second because A, we spent the whole entire beginning of this podcast talking about how they all kind of suck. And B, you're only allowed to put that trail camera where you're allowed to be.
Yeah, I don't think you're flying around. Your trail camera ain't moving around in the air looking at every single little.
With a thermal camera.
Yeah.
And like I can only set my trail camera on this tree on the permission unless you're trespassing.
Yeah,
where I'm allowed to be looking at what I'm allowed.
You can't go fly 5 properties down and look at what deer they have.
Yeah. Correct. Which some people don't see any issue with that because they're like, oh, it's free airspace and you don't, blah, 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 blah. But I think it's not right to be able to basically spy on deer and your neighbors that way. Like, it takes a little bit of it just doesn't feel like hunting to me when you're
not at all.
So I hope Lee's not doing that, but it's not illegal. So if he is doing it,
but you still got to get the permission. You still got to set stands, still got to scout, still got to.
It's not illegal in Ohio. It's probably illegal in other states, correct?
Yeah, each individual state has a different law,
and he's doing it in all the other states too. But he's killing in all the other states.
Yeah, the thing is, you'll see videos of him scouting on the road all the time because he doesn't have it. That's his job. He does that for a living. So I feel like
he can't almost jeopardize. I feel like as much as he does it for a living, it's hard because you would think maybe he would use it because that is his living. So say he doesn't kill a big deer one year, then he's screwed. But then does he ruin his whole reputation if that comes out?
Correct. And I think Lee, even if Lee doesn't, let's say this year he doesn't kill any big bucks, or for him he kills like a 150 down in Georgia, but he doesn't kill like a 200-inch class buck
Yeah.
anywhere else. I think he'll be able to survive that. Okay.
Yeah.
Because people would then be like, he'll be able to do the redemption year where he's like,
And then kills the giant next year or
yeah.
something.
So like, I'm sure he could weather that storm. And
yeah.
you always hope that these guys are what they say they are. Like I hope Lee is the guy. I hope everything is perfect, because when stuff like this Creek Kings comes out, all the comments you start reading are like, oh, they're not the only ones. All the YouTube hunters should be that way, and blah, 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 and they're all breaking the law, and this is a perfect example of why we should stop watching this shit. And it's like, you got to you got to weather that storm.
Yeah.
It's going to be ugly for a few months while they talk about people like the Creek Kings, but.
Yeah, but then you think one YouTuber does it. Think about how many people that don't film anything and all this stuff that do it that would never really get caught.
Now you sound like Isaac. That's what Isaac always says. When no one's watching, do anything.
Just think how many people like the Creek Kings are doing that right now.
A lot.
Oh, and they only got caught because of their video.
Yeah,
so
so they're never more than likely, unless someone stumbles upon you, you will never get caught.
Correct. And unfortunately, I saw this conversation taking place on someone's post someone made a post about the Creek Kings, and like there was this guy, and he just was adamant. He's like, trespassing isn't poaching. He's like, how do these guys get nailed with poaching charges when all they were doing was trespassing? He's like, they still hunted the deer in daylight, shot them with their bow the right way. Like, he's like, I will die on this hill that just because you sneak over a property line doesn't make it poaching. It's just a trespassing charge, and who cares about that?
I mean,
so there's a ton of people
that think,
there's, you know what,
different views on everything.
Property lines don't mean shit to me. Like, fuck the rich guy, fuck the government. Like, I'm gonna do it anyways, and it's not poaching because I'm not shooting at night with an AR, and I don't agree with
they're
that.
just shooting them out of season in a metro park.
Yeah.
Where you
the grandma's feeding this thing in the
with the
license or deer permits, like
and then tagging it in a different state.
Wild.
Did you guys get any new food plots planted this year or anything?
No, I have a bunch of, I'm purposely, because I knew that with my second baby coming and stuff, I knew that my time was going to be like
limited in the woods.
Rough. So I made sure to plant a lot of clover and chicory so I can just mow it. I was actually thinking about possibly even mowing it this afternoon a little bit. Just so I had like these food plots that didn't require a ton of maintenance. I do need to plant one fall plot here at the farm, which we're going to do in the coming weeks after the fair. I'll wait till after fair probably. Yeah. And then
Seafield?
Mid to late August, I got to plant something where I shot my buck last year. Probably just do some kind of brassica mix. We're going to have Al's going to come back on Temechco. He owns Vitalized Seed and helps run Vitalized Seed. I think we're going to switch to their products this year. Domain has worked fine, and I'll use Domain again, no problem. You'd buy it at TSC relatively cheap.
Is that what you bought for?
So I actually bought just clover seed from somewhere local here and just planted that, and then I ended up buying Domain and planting, just overseeding a little bit. But
I used Domain for my overseed this year. That's what I used.
I think if we don't get too much rain, I think we might need to wait a little bit longer until that rain starts to come in. I might put a little bit more out.
Yeah, I really love the clover plots. It does suck that late November they kind of go dormant, but
but then they grow back. Like our clover plots we planted last year are huge already.
Yes, awesome. And the spring turkeys love that clover.
Absolutely.
You saw. I mean, you got to hunt some of that this year and see what it was like. And they just love the green fields are perfect for gobblers.
I mean, where I planted my food plot this year, every morning there's a Jake.
Yeah, but then soon as
a Tom, but as soon as season comes, they'll be gone.
Yeah. So they kind of changed the rules a little bit on fall turkey. My one neighbor was here last night kind of talking about, he's all into fall turkey. You can only shoot them with a gun, right? You can no longer shoot.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I heard about that.
I feel like that's better because, I mean, people are still going to do it, but you can't just be randomly sitting in your deer blind over your corn pile and just shoot them with your bow.
That's what everyone was doing, which is technically illegal in Ohio,
Yeah.
So the DNR was like, we'll let you hunt fall turkeys, but you have to hunt them like turkeys. Like you have to have a gun. It can't be a product of opportunity. Like, come the gobblers.
I was bow hunting for turkey, definitely not.
Yeah, from my tree stand.
Yeah,
you can hunt with dogs.
Yes,
in Ohio in the fall.
Yep. And I guess there is a group of people that still do hunt them that way. Like there is like a small club of people that hunt turkeys.
It would be very difficult to do in our area.
Yeah,
the wood plots and the fields out west.
Yeah,
in Ohio, you could do it because of the big fields. But
with the dogs, they'd fly up into the neighbors and be gone.
Yeah.
And that's that would be the end of the story there. But no, I got one fall food plot I got to do, and I'm going to put one in my house. So my house has never had food plots before. I took an old pasture out, and I'm gonna. There's just like a half-acre area that like I'm mowing right now that is up against the woods, which would be good for planting something. So I'm gonna start with a brassica plot of some kind, and then I'll turn it into clover in the spring. But yeah, we're not doing as much food plotting as we were in the past.
Yeah, we only got the one that I had planted this year, and that's.
And then all the other old spot that we have at a couple spots.
I just don't have the time. Like if I had more time, I would probably enjoy. I just enjoyed doing it. So we kind of just did it back in the day just because it was fun to do, and it did help our hunting a little bit. Food plots don't work as good as Mark Drury makes them look on TV, but they are fun to do, and you can kill some deer on them.
Yeah.
But when time's at a premium, they suffer.
Yeah, but that's where clover comes in too. Minus mowing, it's
It's a lot easier to mow every couple weeks to a month than
plant it
every year.
Yeah,
do the whole. And the planting is the easy part. It's the soil prep.
Yeah,
tilling and killing and tilling again,
Yeah.
tilling again, and then the weeds here are so bad in Ohio. We got more weeds in Ohio than any other state, I think.
Yeah,
ridiculous, but
It sucks, but
no, we'll do a little bit more in the future. I used to help Nick and Gore do some, and Gore's are all in clover, so hopefully, and his dad's been keeping a mode for us, so we're going down to that farm this weekend this week for the first time. So the clover's doing okay down there, so I don't think we need to plant anything. I will see if me and Nick get anything in with his farm. I don't know if we will or not, but
yeah,
it doesn't sound like we're going to, but you never know.
Yeah,
we might try and slam some stuff in, but no, food plots are not as big of an operation right now as they were in the past, but we like to run minerals sometime. Like we run a lot of minerals.
Yeah, we just put minerals out today. Actually.
Lucky Buck.
Yep. Went to TSC last night.
That's what I did too. Lucky Buck. I like using the feed store stuff, but I'll top it. That Lucky Buck smells so good.
Yeah,
the deer love it.
Yeah.
It smells so good.
Over a little rock from TSC too.
Yeah, at my house I have a trophy rock. They're not called that no more though.
Yeah, I forget what they're called.
Redmond Hunt.
Yeah, something weird.
Rock or something.
Yeah, stupid.
I don't know why they rebranded. They were known well.
Yeah,
they've always been Redmond Trophy Rock.
But I feel like Trophy Rock just.
And they literally don't call it that anymore.
Yeah,
which is weird, but that's what it is.
I mean, I do know your opinion on feeding deer corn.
So, I wish, and I'll let you finish what you were going to say first.
Yeah, where are you going with this?
No, but you don't need it, but some properties that we do hunt, I feel like to be able to get the deer to where we want them, to be able to shoot them, we kind of need just that little bit of extra so they can come in.
Because you don't have a pinch point or a funnel.
Yeah. So I said this online. I was not arguing. I'd probably arguing. I was online at work one day, just sitting on the couch, get into it with some people out hunting, and I'll even admit straight up, there are times when using a little bit of corn to get a shot on a buck when the situation is working right, is great, and it's a great tool and it works fine. And I don't have any problem with that. I've killed plenty of deer over corn. I haven't killed a buck over corn since 2014. But I have killed a lot of does.
Yeah.
I've killed a lot of does over corn since then. It makes it easy, quick, clean, good video. It's a great, great tool.
Yeah.
What I don't like is that on TV we're watching right now. These guys,
500-pound feeders.
These guys are just baiting year round. So then, in order to compete, they're saying they're baiting because they don't have the property to plant food plots. But then I'm saying that I have to now bait to compete with their feeders.
Yeah.
And I just don't think year-round feeding is really good for the deer per se. So
it's hard.
I think the hunting would be a little difficult for some people at first if let's just say they ban corn straight up. For a couple of years, things would be a little bit difficult, but the deer would adapt and start feeding on natural browse and doing all the stuff, and eventually the hunting would be really good for everyone.
But the thing is, there'd still be people that would do it, which would draw all the deer to them, and then
then we got to start being vigilantes.
That's what everything is with hunting.
We'll turn into narcs and report it all to the cops. But, and it's just unfortunate that money ends up becoming the big driving factor. If you have enough money to outbait your neighbors, then
you're gonna kill a deer.
Yeah, and I just don't necessarily like that, but it'll never change. So it's just wind. It's just me wasting wind when we talk about it. But and I'll probably end up slinging some corn this year. I don't know when, but I'm sure it'll happen. Last year it happened gun season.
Yeah, it's always usually around gun.
Usually around gun season, we say fuck it, it's time to compete with the people. we're joining you.
Especially with your next kid, you're not gonna have as much time, so you might be tempted a little bit more.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And then people are gonna say, "Hey, look at that guy. He's baiting."
After he just said he didn't like it.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
We'll see.
that's what.
Hopefully,
everything-
I kill a deer early this year. I don't have to do it.
Yeah, then you don't got to worry
Yeah,
about
then you
it.
get lucky.
Yeah.
Hopefully Ethan kills his deer too.
Hopefully.
Early.
We can hope.
I hope Ethan kills his deer opening day. Let's just end this stress. Just kill that buck and enjoy life.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Anything else?
No.
I don't think so.
We spent some time on this one.
Yeah.
It ended up working out pretty good.
Didn't give any special details away.
Yeah, we did good, Matt. We didn't burn anything that you didn't want
Didn't
us to
prod
burn.
too much.
I know you're listening with like hawk ears to this one to make sure that we didn't say anything stupid. But we'll have you guys back on during the season now. Especially, it helps that you guys are the driving age, so we can no longer have to
And
coordinate.
we live like 5 minutes away, so
Correct. No longer have to coordinate picking up and dropping off and all that. Now that you guys have some wheels, we'll be able to make this happen a little bit more often. Especially if you guys have some good encounters, you kill some bucks or something happens you want to talk about. We'll just speed on over and we'll start recording.
All right.
If anybody local wants their car detailed, BP Mobile Detailing, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
and if
it.
anybody's looking for a 60-pound bow,
60-pound bow, car detail. You guys do interiors, right?
Yeah, interior, exterior.
Maybe I'll get you to do my wife's car. I'll pay you guys to.
Yeah, I did Dylan's
It's
truck.
it's not
I
me,
did,
it's
It's
them.
it's the cleanest I've ever seen Dylan's truck. I saw
I
him
did
driving down the road.
Dylan's
I'm like,
truck.
holy shit.
and Liv's car.
Yeah. I'll make that happen. Get a hold of me. All right, guys. Deer Shot Podcast, episode 148, which is the first episode of season 3. Moose Films tonight. If you're listening, Moose Film tonight, 5 p.m.
Yep.
Pavlik boys. Finally got him down. Took 3 years. Took 3 years.
Yeah.
Only took long
As long
enough.
as the podcast has been a thing.
Yeah. We'll make it more often from here on out.
We are out.
We'll try.
We're out.
Peace.